what's up guys? I just wanted to make a video kind of breaking down what my train of thought is on the server, because I've been making some changes and a lot of people are getting pretty butthurt about it. Mainly, the big one that people are kind of mad about is that they're not able to raid without having an actual team online. I'm seeing a lot of people go into one of these raids and they're only bringing 2, 3, maybe 4 people, and they were beating these bosses. And there's some guilds in the game now that already have the best gear in the game, and they've only been playing for like 10 days, and it's not okay, because the best gear in the game was meant to be earned and hard to get, because there's no raids structured for having that gear. That gear was basically, if you have it, you're just overpowered and you get to freaking sit there and be awesome. So that being said, all the raiding was meant to be done while wearing 100 blues, essentially, for the harder raids. So that being said, what I've done is I've decreased the defense on gladiators because they were mainly being the other tanks. Gladiators are meant for damage. They are damage dealing, the highest melee attack damage there is. Straight up, just physical hits, and that's what they're meant for. They're not meant to tank. Knights are where that comes in. So that being said, I added more defense to knights, lowered their damage slightly, made glads hit way harder, but nerfed their defense tremendously. And then I made all the bosses hit harder with single target attacks. Their AoEs are gonna hurt everyone else by probably 33 to 50% of their health. That's fine. But I made those single target attacks, which are made to be aimed at knights and knights only. Those are the ones that hit really, really hard, and people are saying, hey, when I get hit by it, it's doing like 80% damage to me. Yeah, you're not a knight. It's supposed to hurt so that you can't do it. But when a knight gets hit, it's only taking about 20% of their health. So the point behind this is only knights are supposed to be able to tank. And people are complaining like, oh, we don't have a knight, our knight's not online. Well, that's not my fault, essentially. Basically, I get it. My plan of action or whatever is meant to be geared around having several people on the server, and we've been averaging 20 to 30 as of now. And I get it when it gets late at night, like it is kind of right now. It's what, almost 11 o'clock where I am. So that means everywhere else in America is between 9 to 8, or essentially. Or not 9, 12 to 9, yeah. And then I know there's a handful of German players. Right now it's probably 6 in the morning for them. So it does get a little slow right now, and I get that. And you guys want more instances, so that way you can earn gear even when your team is away. But that being said, if you guys want a bigger player base, that's on you. If you want more people on the game, vote, invite friends, post something on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it's got to be. The content was meant for rating of teams of 10 to 20. So that being said, I'm almost wanting to reset the server. That way, now that the raids are actually set and they're good, because I know before spawn times were off. They were spawned every 20 seconds after you kill them. Some drop rates were way too high, some way too low. Some bosses were stupid easy. And I almost want to do a reset, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make this next patch or expansion, whatever you want to call it, when I do release this in a couple months, so I'm going to give some new people some time and let the community grow a little bit. I know what to do now. I got numbers in my head. I know what gear scales with what damage and all that. Well, people just killed Mal, so I mean, let's check on that. How many people do they have in there? Three. Well, here I got my other GD watching. Wow. Yeah, but these guys, they're all super geared. This is one of the guilds that kind of got ahead when drop rates were a little too high and the bosses were too easy. But now that I've made everything harder and where you need to have tanks, now everyone's complaining like, hey, we can't catch up, and I get that. That guild that was here first, they had a super big advantage, and that's not really fair. So okay, they had a clerk. Whoop. Still, they just did it with 4 people. So that being said, I want to change that to be harder. But that's just my 2 cents and where I'm coming from. So hope you guys can all understand and look forward to new content.